Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and today I'm going to be sharing with you my styling tips that has helped me to get great styles that last a long period of time. Long period of time to me would be legit like 6 days without any like manipulation or anything like that. So hopefully you learned something from this, and if you have any tips that I haven't said on my own, please put it in the comment section so we can learn from each other. Alright, stay tuned. A huge tip that I feel like most naturals know, but detangling your hair is not only like to get out the knots, but also making sure whatever you put in your hair is smooth. When you unravel whatever you did and there's like knots, when you try to separate them, it's difficult and you get a lot of frizz. So detangling gets rid of the knots, makes the style smooth so you can elongate your hair as much as you want for your style. This goes towards braid outs, twist outs, 3-strand twist, roller sets, anything. It would be so annoying for you to start unraveling and get to the end and you can't even, you need to rip it apart and then you just have the fur ball at the end and curls at the top. I'm sure a lot of you have been there before, including myself, and I had to learn the hard way. Detangling is key. Another huge tip that I had to learn through trial and error was to make sure you allow yourself a good amount of drying time. I feel like in my case, the tighter compact the style is, the more time it takes to dry. For example, if I do a twist out, my hair will dry in a couple hours. If I do my twist out at 9 o'clock p.m. and I wake up at 7 a.m., it'll be dry. But if I do a braid out, my hair doesn't dry for at least a good 2 days. The tighter it is, the more compact it is, the longer it takes to dry. So I know it's the worst feeling in the world, and flat twist. Flat twists take forever to dry, oh my god. But, for me, take your time when taking it out. Let it dry completely, because it's the worst feeling in the world when you spend all this time trying to make the style right, and what happens is the hair style isn't dry and it winds up ruining the texture that you're trying to create, whether it be crinkles or spirals, whatever you're trying to do. It just defeats the whole purpose of you spending time and money on your product and your hair doesn't even turn out the way you want. Maybe an obvious one, but definitely it really depends on the product that you choose. Make sure your product does everything that it needs to in order for your hair to last. For me, my product has to have moisture. It has to have a little bit of hold. I'm not really concerned about hold. I like froness, afro, whatever. I'm afro girl. And like the bigger the hair, the better for me. But it has to have some sort of hold. I like my hair to be shiny. Remember, shiny doesn't mean that it's moisturized. It could just be oils on top of your head. So make sure your moisturizer or your styler actually penetrates your hair and it soaks up whatever you're putting in it. For one styler that did not work for me, I had a flat twist on it. My hair was so dry, y'all. It was so dry that I felt like I didn't even put anything in it. And what I used was this stuff. Maybe it works for someone else. I've heard a lot of great reviews on it. That's why I decided to get it. And plus it was cheap. Y'all already know how it is with me. The lower it is, the more excited I get about the product. But it was cheap. And I was like, why not try it? And I will never try it again. I tried it once. That's it. And this was bought like a couple months ago. Trial and error. It's the worst part of being natural, but you gotta trial and error until you get your staple product that actually makes your style last. Another tip that I thought, it's common knowledge, is to put oil on your hand. So putting oil on your hands has, I feel like, two beneficial factors for me. One being that it protects my hair. So when I'm taking it out, I put another layer of protection over the moisturizer I put in before I step out the door. The second one, which most people know of, is that it cuts down on the frizz when you are separating your hair, when you're separating strand by strand. Some people like frizz, some people don't. For me, I don't mind frizz. I don't want too much of it. I want to have some definition. Like this right here is a braid out that I just took out. It's been raining here since for 4 days. So my hair's been in braids for 4 days. I'm like, yes, I can have hair. But this is my hair in a braid out. And what I use is wild growth oil. I'm sure you guys seen this in my other video. This is what I use to grow my hair as well, put it on my scalp. I only put a little bit, it is heavy, but try to find an oil that is light but also protects your hair from the environment when you go outside. Huge thing that I've learned and that I've seen. I'm like, whoa, like why haven't I been doing this the whole time? Like usually when I take out my hair, I'm just like, okay, let's get it out. When I take my time with it and strand by strand, separate, my hair comes out so nice, so defined. I can easily pick it. I can just it just comes out so nice. So my tip would be take your time in separating your hair. Don't rush through it, because I feel in my case, the longer it took, the more defined my hair was. So make sure you put some time aside if you have to go split it for work or for school or whatever you got going on in your life. Make sure you take some time to really separate your hair thoroughly and not slowly but cautiously, strand by strand by strand. Thing I've noticed through experience is that a great style starts from the shower. It starts from when you wash your hair. Make sure what you're using in the shower is moisturizing, it is cleansing. If your hair has too much buildup and you don't get rid of it, your style that you style is gonna be so weighed down, super weighed down. And on the other side, if you clean your hair and you don't put enough moisturizer in it, your hair probably won't, like for me, my hair would not last throughout the 6 days. I'll probably stop at day 3, maybe 4, because my hair needs moisture. It needs to be, I don't apply moisturizer every day. I apply it when I wash my hair and that's it. Because my moisturizer is that good and it lasts me that long. So make sure what you're doing in the shower is quality work when it comes to your hair. Because at the end of the day, it's your time that you might be wasting because you might not be taking the steps needed. For example, pre-pooing or doing deep treatment, masks, or I don't know, whatever you do that makes your hair good, great, beautiful, whatever you do to make your hair flawless, make sure you take those steps to do it, because when it comes to styling, it'll show or it won't show. For the girls that have trouble with getting definition at the ends of their hair, maybe because it might be damaged or something, during summertime, what I did, because the humidity was real and my hair just turned into like a puff, like a legit puff, regardless of what I did. So what I did was I used the olive oil Eco Styler gel, and when I got to my ends, I would put oil, and then I put a little bit of Eco Styler gel at the ends, and continue twisting or continue braiding or flat twisting, whatever I was doing, and allowed my ends to be very, very defined. So it worked for me. I don't do it anymore because it's the winter time and I don't feel like I need to do that. When it comes back to summer, I probably will continue doing the Eco Styler gel on the ends of my hair. But as 4C girls, it's important for us to love our texture. It's really important for us to love our texture. But when it comes to styles and elongating our hair, of course we run from water. Of course, because if water touches it, it'll just revert back to a fro. Which is nothing wrong, but when you spend a lot of time on that, it can be a problem. If you're one of the girls that twist your hair at night, what I would suggest and what I did personally, I wouldn't add any water or any moisturizer until everything was braided up or twisted up, and I would lightly spray my hair with water just for the definition to come back and also the moisture to come back. Rather than spraying it in each section, because that would shrink it up, at least my hair is elongated in the style while I spray it, so it won't shrink up as much. And it really has helped in elongating my hair while also having definition. Alright guys, so I hope this helped anybody. I know when I started doing my natural hair, especially being 4C girl, I felt like it was hard to find people that had my hair type on YouTube, and I really hope that I've helped somebody. I know it can get frustrating, believe me, I've been there, but if you take into account what I've said, and I just remind you, not everyone's hair works the same, but hopefully these styling tips will help you to have beautiful, stretched out, whatever you want in your hair. Alright, please subscribe if you like this video so you can see more of the content that I produce. Okay, bye.